did you want to talk about?
Well, specifically, I'm going to tell you about the relationship between fires, climate change, and how it is all connected through feedback loops.
Go on.
As you may know, wildfires are becoming increasingly prevalent, and this is due to a few reasons. One of them is deforestation. For example, in Australia, 70% of all of their forests have been cut down due to unsustainable logging efforts and land use change. This, unfortunately, leads to less fixation of water by rain, making the region overall drier. And when it gets drier, it is more susceptible to fires, which burns more forests, making the feedback loop that more exacerbated and increases the problem.
Is there anything else that contributes to these wildfires?
Why, yes. Another problem is how the climate affects these fires. Using Australia as an example again, climate change can affect things like the ENSO, or the southern currents around Australia. Due to unsustainable emission practices globally, it has been shown that the currents themselves are being affected, creating more extreme weather patterns such as hotter summers and colder winters. In Australia, in 2013, this led to their hottest summer on record, which made it easier for fires to start, which releases more carbon emission, which again creates a feedback loop leading to more fires.
Is there any way that we can stop this?
Well, we may not be able to stop it right now, but we can certainly mitigate it. Sustainable logging would be a good way to help set back deforestation in other forests. Most companies use a clear cutting, which ruins the ecosystem. By the government giving economic incentives to use sustainable logging practices, we can help prevent major deforestations. Investing in reforestation and passing laws to further reduce emission would be a great step towards preventing the increase of the prevalence of fires.
Good evening. This is our Western edition, and news is breaking in the West tonight. A drought, a heat wave, and strong winds are the elements for the disaster unfolding in Southern California.
News alert, more than a dozen homes destroyed as wind-driven wildfires.
Thousands of people are right now out of their homes. They don't know if they'll even have places to live.
Burned nearly 40,000 acres, taken one life, and it's still growing.
This is one of the smokiest fires I have ever seen. Wildfire that firefighters are unable to fully contain.
We live in a country that is hot and dry, and where we sustain, very destructive fires periodically. So there's always going to be risk. Whilst you would not put any one event down to climate change, weather doesn't work like that. But we do know over time that as a result of climate change, we are going to see more extreme weather events and conditions.